my channel. So in this video, I'm going to tell you about the blueprint for physics question paper second PU 2023. So the things that is unit, chapter, and what is the marks allotted for that chapter, and on which questions the chapter may come. Chapter questions may come. So let us see it now. First chapter that is in physics. First chapter that is electric charges and fields. That is for 10 marks. Allotted is for 10 marks, and allotted is 10 marks, and 1 mark you may get for MCQ, 1 mark for 1 mark questions, 2 mark there is no questions from this chapter. In 3 marks you may get, and 5 marks you may get. So totally it is 1, 1, 3, and 5. That is totally 10 marks it will be, right? So totally 10 marks from this electrical charges and field chapter you may get in your 12th board exam 2023 and 2022 and 2023. Next is electrical potential and capacitance chapter. 9 marks is allotted for this chapter, and MCQ question only 2 marks will get, and 2 marks from means 1 question from 2 marks, and 1 question from 5 marks will get. So totally it will be 5 to 2, that is 9 marks you are getting from electrical potential and capacitance chapter. Next chapter is current electricity. So this is the highest, means 14 marks you will get from this chapter if you read this chapter. So 1 mark question, 1 question you will get from this chapter, that is in the form of MCQ, and 1 question for 3 marks you will get from this chapter, you may get from this chapter, and 5 marks 1 question you may get, 5 marks 1 question from you may get from this chapter. Totally 14 marks you will get from this chapter. This is the more marks in the whole physics in all chapters. The more highest marks you may get, that is 14 marks in this chapter you may get if you read this chapter correctly. The next is moving charges and magnetism. 11 marks you will get. 1 question for 1 marks, 1 question for 2 marks, 1 question for 3 marks, and 1 question for 5 marks. Totally it is 11 marks you are getting. That is from, so this is the 1, 2, 3, and 4 units, 4 chapters. Next is 5th unit, that one for 5th chapter, that is magnetism and matter. You are getting for 7 marks. 1 mark for MCQ question, 1 question for 1 mark MCQ, 1 question for 1 mark answer the following, and 1 question for 2 marks. You are getting 2 marks on question, and 1 question for 3 marks you are getting. So total it is 7 marks from magnetism and matter chapter. Next chapter 6, that is electromagnetic induction. It is also belongs to unit 5 only. 7 marks you are getting. 2 question for MCQ you are getting. 1 mark you will get for that, 2 marks. 1 question for 2 marks you are getting. 1 question for 3 marks you are getting. Totally it is 3 plus 2 5, 5 plus 2 it is 7 marks you are getting from this electromagnetic induction chapter. Next unit 6, that is 7th chapter, that is alternating current. You are getting for 8 marks. 1 mark for MCQ, 1 mark for, means 1 question for 2 marks, 1 question for 5 marks. Totally it is 8 marks you are getting from this chapter. Next is chapter 8, electromagnetic wave. 3 marks you are getting. 1 mark for MCQ, and 2 marks for the means 1 question for 2 marks you are getting. Therefore, 3 marks you are getting from this chapter. Next, Unit 7, that is 9th chapter, Ray Optics and Optical Instrument. 9 marks you are getting. Okay. 1 question for 1 mark MCQ, 1 question for 3 marks, 1 question for 5 marks you are getting. Totally it is 9 marks you are getting from this chapter. Now from Unit 8, that is 10th chapter, that is wavelength. From this chapter you are getting 9 marks, that is 1 mark, means 1 question for MCQ, that is 1 mark, 1 question for answer the following, that is also 1 mark, 1 question for 2 marks, and 1 question for 5 marks. Totally 5 2 1 1, that is 9 marks you are getting. Wavelength, sorry, wave optics, the 9th means 8th chapter, means from Unit 8 10th chapter, wave optics, 9 marks you are getting. 1 question for 1 mark, means MCQ, 1 question for 1 mark, 1 question to 1 question for 2 marks, and 1 question for 5 marks. 9 marks you are getting. Next, Unit 9, dual nature, 11th chapter, that is dual nature of radiation and matter. You are getting for 6 marks. 1 question for 1 mark MCQ, and 1 question for 5 marks from this chapter. Totally 6 marks you are getting from this chapter. Totally. Next, 12th chapter from Unit 10, that is Unit 9, 12th chapter, that is atoms. 1 question for 1 mark, sorry, 1 question for 2 marks, and 1 question for 3 marks. Totally 5 marks from this chapter you are getting. Next, Unit 10, nuclei, 7 marks you are getting from this chapter. 1 question for 1 marks MCQ, 1 question for 1 mark answer the following, 1 question for 2 marks, 1 question for 3 marks. Totally 10 marks you are getting from this chapter. And final chapter, that is 14th chapter, semiconductor devices and electromagnetic. 1 question for 1 mark MCQ, 1 question for 1 mark, that is answer the following, 1 question for 5 marks, and 1 question for 3 marks. Total it is 10 marks you are getting from this chapter. So now total marks, that is 115, it will become total marks 115, you are writing for 70, right? Total marks is 115, but only 70 marks you are writing. In this, 15 marks you will get for MCQ, 5 marks you will get for 1 mark question answer the following, 18 marks for 2 marks question, 27 marks for 3 marks question, for 5 marks question 30 marks you are getting. A and B are divided, right? Section A, section B in 5 marks. For B, 20 marks you are getting. So totally 115 marks are there, in which 70 marks is you have to write options. All total it will be 115 marks you are getting. In this blueprint must be used for some question papers for future examination. This blueprint is used. 5 marks question from chapter dual matter and radiation semiconductor. It may be split. We cannot say that only 5 marks question straight. 5 marks question only they may ask. 1 plus 1 plus 2, or 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 2, or sorry, 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 2, or 1 plus 2 plus 2 they may do, or 2 plus 3 also they may do. 3 marks from chapter they may ask any nuclear numerical problem also they may ask. We cannot say anything that this question may be asked. So by seeing this blueprint, for passing students, you want only passing marks. The student who want only passing marks, so for them, so 1 minute, so for them, so here you can see, right, for electrical charges and field they are giving 10 marks, right? So if you read correctly the easy chapters like so for see electrical charges and fields, if you study in here, if you got 10 marks, okay, if you study well, if you study this chapter, all the important questions, I will also do video on important questions. If you study important questions and if you study this chapter very well, you will get 10 marks. As you know, the passing marks in this is it is for it, passing marks is for 1 minute. It is hanging. So the passing marks in this is, as you know, it is 21 marks in the writing. If you get, you will be passed. 22 marks, let us keep it, or let us take it, you have to score 30 marks better. Some mistakes if you have done, it will come to 21 only. Or let us take it passing marks, let us bring it to 35 better. You will get, if you do more mistakes, if any student has more difficulties, he will score this much marks. Here, see, 1 minute. So let us keep 35 marks you have to get in writing better. Okay, 35 marks. If you study electrical charges and fields, that is 10 marks they you may get. And let's take some easy chapters like 14 marks they may ask from current electricity. Let us take it 13 marks. Let's take. They are asking for 13 and let us take 10 electrical charges and field 10. They are asking 9. You will get 20, 13 plus 9. That is, you will get 22 marks here only. If you study current electricity and electrical charges and fields very perfectly. With that optional, let us take electromagnetic waves. They are asking for 1 mark and 2 marks. So if you try this chapter 1 marks and 2 marks question, what are the important 1 mark and 2 marks question from this chapter? Read very well. You will get 3 marks. Right. And let us take another chapter, that is electrical potential and capacitance. You will get 3 marks there. 22 plus 3, 25. Here electrical potential and capacitance. If you study this chapter also very well, let us take this chapter as 8 marks only, not 9. Let us take 8 marks. All important all questions that they may ask from this chapter if you study well. And let us take if you have got 7 only in this chapter. So totally here for 10, or you may think you have got 7 or 8. Let us take it as 7. For 9 you have got 7, let us take. For 14 you have got 12, let us take. And here 3, 1 or 2 you have got. How much it becomes? 8, 7 and 12. How much it becomes? 8, 7, 12. It will become 19 plus it will become 3 you have got there. 22 you will get C. 22 you will get pass, means electromagnetic waves. If you read 3 marks, let us 1 or 2 marks. 21 if you got, you will pass. So 19 plus 2, 21 you will get. And if you study electric charges and fields, it is, let's take it as 8 marks. You got in that 10 marks, you got 8 marks. Let us take, you will get how much? 21 plus 8, 29. You are pass. So study well this chapter, like electrical charges and fields, electrical potential and capacitance, and current electricity. If you study current electricity very well, half of your passing marks will be, you will got easily. So most importantly, concentrate on current electricity. You will get half of your passing marks. If our other option, it is their other option, but it is light risky, because here it is only two chapter options, like 14 marks from current electricity. You got in that 14, let us take it as 12. 11 marks you got from in that 11 marks, let us take 7 to 8 marks. 8 marks let us take, you got moving charges and magnetism. For 11 you got 8 or 9 you got, and for 12 and 9 it will be 21. See, your pass plus 3 marks in that 1 or 2 marks, you are just pass will get. So it is little bit difficult. This second option is little bit difficult. So let us take it like this: 14, 11, and let us you, you can take semiconductor devices and electrons. This chapter it is for 10 marks, right? This is little bit easy chapter. All our explanation more is there in this chapter. You can study easily. So let us take semiconductor devices and electrons. This is 10 marks. Here is 9 marks, 14 marks, 11 marks. Total how much it will be? Let us take, in 14 marks you got 10 to 11 marks. In 11 marks you got some 8 to 9 marks. Okay, 10 plus 8, 18 marks. In last 10 you got some 5, or you got 8 marks. 10 plus 8, 18 plus 8 is 26. So you're just damn pass you'll get. You'll be passed. So concentrate. So which option is better for you when you choose? 10, 9, 14 plus 3. This is better, or 14, 11 and 10 for 10 is better. You can choose any of the option from this, and you can try to pass. Who are passing student? We don't just pass. We are very weak in this physics. We only want passing marks. For them, I am saying which option is easy for you, because current, electricity, moving charges and magnetism, semiconductors, some of the explanation is there, but it is also a little bit difficult. And here 3 chapters also more difficult for you. So better to choose electrical charges and fields, electrical potential and capacitance, current, electricity, these chapters, and um, third, electromagnetic waves, 3 marks. Easy chapter it is. You will get only 3 marks from that chapter. So if you choose these 4 chapters, you may get more marks. Means passing marks, you will not get just pass. You will get more marks. So it depends. So I will forward. I will also make videos on the important questions from each chapters of physics 12th standard. At that time, we will see what are the important questions from this chapter. Easy question for any marks it may be. So this was the passing marks idea for students who want, we only just pass, we are weak in physics, we want only passing marks. If we get, it is very big deal for us, they may say. So for them, I said this idea. So I will see in my next video with some other ideas, with important questions of this physics also, and with some other topics also. So if you think my video is helpful for you, it was helpful, the idea was good, please give a like, and please drop a comment if you need any help, any study material, any notes, any question papers, previous year question paper, or whatever it may be. If you need any study help, please comment down in my video, any video it may be. Please comment, shorts, long video, live streams, please do comments. I will help you definitely. And Please share my video with others. It may helpful for many students. Like I have said, passing idea right in this video, so that idea it may be helpful for some students who want to just pass in the physics. If we pass, as physics is very much difficult for us, how we will pass? If they are intention, please share with them. They may have chances of getting passing marks and more marks also they may get if from second idea that I have given. From my first idea they may get more marks. In second idea they may get just pass marks. So it depends on you. Study well. If you have still time for your final exam, do hard work from now. You may definitely get pass. So okay friends, see you in my next video. Then take care. Have a nice day. Bye my dear friends.